Hey friends, I woke up this morning and I noticed that a lot of you subscribed to my channel after watching the podcast yesterday. And I just want to say welcome and thank you. So I thought that the best first video to make is a little bit of a get to know me, because there is a lot more to me than just the girl who left a cult. So my name is Busisiwe. I reside in Gauteng, South Africa. I am a mama to three gorgeous girls, two of them being twins, and my last one is a singleton. I am a 2 times C-section mama, and all of my babies are preemies. And I am a wife by Lobola, and I've been with my partner since 2018. I'm also a film and TV graduate. I graduated from Tshwane University of Technology, and I never really got to use my qualification because I was a homemaker and I did a few years of homeschooling, and only now am I really trying to, do something outside of the home, which is one of them being my business where I sell cosmetics and makeup stuff. So perfumes, if you want to smell good and all of that, please hit me up. I do believe that as time goes on and as I grow, because it's only been, a little over a year since leaving the cult, and the bulk of the months after leaving, I was really in like deep state depression. So only now am I getting my spark back and trying to literally rebuild my life from the stretch at the age of 28. And so yeah, I think as time goes on, probably I'll grow in business and maybe venture into other things, but this is a good start. So girlies, if you want to smell good, if you want to look good, please hit me up. I do sell products from this brand called Inuka. So if you're familiar with it, then you know that it's the game. So yeah, hit me up if you are interested. Okay, shameless plug. But let's get to some fun facts about me. As some of you may have heard from the podcast, I'm an orphan. I lost my dad at the age of 8 and I lost my mom at the age of 9, and I was raised by my grandmother and my aunt. They really took over and became my mom and dad and raised me to be this beautiful, gorgeous woman that I am today. I do have siblings. I have 3 brothers and I have a sister as well. And I have an amazing relationship with my siblings. We have reconciled ever since leaving the cult, and I've also reconciled with my grandmother and my aunt, because you know what, they get it. They get that their girl went through the trenches, but she's back. She's back, and they welcomed me with warm, open arms. My favorite color is pink. As you guys can see, I have a pink fur coat and I have a pink thing. And there's a quote that I read that says that once a woman starts wearing pink again, you must know that she's healing. So this girl is literally healing. My inner child is happy. And I think other colors that I like would probably be like chocolate brown, black, white, and denim blue. If I could literally curate my closet, like if someone would just give me like 10K tomorrow and say like, hey, go shop, that is probably the colors that you will find in my closet. I take walks every morning, Monday to Friday, without fail. And one of my recent fun favorite thing is walking in the rain. Just yesterday, I was walking in the rain, and it was like my 3rd time doing it. And when I tell you there's something that is super, super spiritual about walking in the rain, even though, it's cold, and I did get a bit of sniffles later on in the afternoon, but nothing hectic. I really, really enjoyed it. There's just something so wholesome and spiritual about walking in the rain. I really, really love it. My favorite thing to drink is sparkling coconut water. Stay with me, okay? This brand of sparkling coconut water, it's literally my favorite thing to drink. If I could drink only this for the rest of my life, I definitely would just drink that. My favorite thing to eat are fries. And that actually explains my postpartum midsection, because I could literally eat fries every single day. I'm a very simple girl. Burger and fries, those are my favorite things to eat. I could eat that without getting tired. I don't really like snacks, because with snacks, they tend to like sit on my throat. But I think the snacks, 2 flavors that I can actually stomach is balsamic vinegar and also salt and vinegar. But maybe it's because all there is just a vinegar. So definitely Simba, salt and vinegar, or Lace, balsamic vinegar. I will eat those without fail. I love reading. I read a lot. I was raised by my very, very strict great-grandmother when I was a bit younger, and then before I moved to live with my grandmother and my mom. And we hardly watched TV or anything like that. So most of the time I'd spend my days reading, doing puzzles, or playing with dolls and teddies and things like that. So reading has been like a huge part of my life, and even as an adult, I love books. I should get back to reading a bit more because, like I said, last year the girl was down and out, so it's been quite a few months since I actually read something. So definitely this year we're getting into our books. I'm currently in the phase of my life where I'm trying to sort of like rebuild my identity and find my personal style, because I used to dress like this, and I think that's not cute for a 28-year-old, even though I'm pretty much still a modest girly. But I think that there's ways in which you can look modest and elegant and stylish and still really look put together and pretty. I figured lately that I have a thing for fur. So this is one of my fur coats. And guess what? I'm wearing fur slippers. And I also have another black fur coat, and I have this sort of like a shawl, like a fur shawl thing. But obviously, you cannot wear fur in the summer, so now it's a bit autumny and winter is knocking at our doors, so it's a great way to actually put on my fur stuff. So now I need to figure what I actually like to wear in the summer. But I realized that I'm a bit of a mixing streetwear with a bit of like elegance, so like a young two-piece set, tinyana, track pants, oversized stuff. I don't really like clothes that are tight and form-fitting. So yeah, I'm pretty much modest girly, but I'm actually still trying to discover what I like, but also most importantly, what actually looks good on my body. As far as my beliefs are concerned, I am a child of God, okay? I believe in God, I believe in Christ. I believe that Christ died for my sins and rose on the third day without fail. That is something that I'm always and forever going to believe. And yes, Shay, my faith is a bit attacking because of what I obviously went through. But I'm literally in a phase and in a journey right now to restore my relationship with God, especially the part about reading the Bible, because it's giving me some trauma. It's giving, but I'm really getting there. I do have like Bible notifications that pop up on my phone every day. Like I get a Bible verse that I just glance through, but I actually want to take time to sit down and actually read the text like I used to. So that is something that we are working on, and I believe that God will definitely redeem me in that regard. So if you are interested or curious about what I believe, that is what I believe. Now, on to the last part, why this channel exists. I know that a lot of you followed me, some from TikTok, some from Instagram, and the most of you from the podcast. But I want to be clear, this channel is not about my cult story. I think if you want to know more about my cult story, you can go to my TikTok account. I share a lot there, and just watch the videos from day one. But this channel is different. It's about conversations. There's a lot of conversations that I think we should be having in this world that I don't really see much of in South Africa, but generally it's sit down and let's talk about life. Let's talk about how one navigated motherhood, how to navigate breakup, friendships, how to navigate life without parents, because yeah, it gets hard. How to navigate life when you don't have like a full-on support system, rebuilding life from scratch, and other things like rebuilding your relationship with God, trusting God in uncertainty, and things about confidence, things about self-love, self-worth, and that's why the channel is Busisiwe in Conversation, because I'm here to have conversation first on the things that I went through and some of the things that I was able to overcome, which is not going to be, hey, I was in a cult and this is what I was able to overcome. No, it's just going to be things like how I built like my confidence after being, abused and beat down, how I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and things like that, and maybe some parts of my journey, if I succeed in something as a journey of rebuilding my life, like now I make $0, 0 rands. So maybe one day I'll do a young yana, how I was able to go from 0 to, 80K a month. But things like that, just talk about life. There's so many conversations that I believe we could have that we're not having. So right now I'm recording in my home, but hopefully soon enough I'll be in a studio and this will actually become some form of like a podcast show. So some episodes will be solo and in some episodes are going to be conversations with people, because I do believe that there's people out there who have amazing, beautiful stories that all of us can learn from, and not necessarily just like trauma dump on each other. I think the world is bad enough and we need a lot of stories of hope. So as far as conversation is related with other people, I'd actually love to have more conversations around how someone was able to be handed rotten lemons, literally, and make lemonade from that, out of, giving people hope. It's like, yeah, I was in prison for like 15 years, wrongfully arrested, but I was able to make it out alive. And today I am a PhD and I'm a professor, or I'm a CEO or something, just conversations of hope with other people and how they were able to overcome, difficult challenges in life. But generally, the solo podcast will really revolve around faith, around, I guess self-help, if I may use the term. So I hope you guys stick around, even though this channel is not going to be cult this, cult that, cult. I'm silly, guys. But I hope you guys still stick around and you still want to see me grow and hear from me and have all of these conversations. I am willing to do a Q&A after this video. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will do a follow-up Q&A. Now that people are here, we're almost at 100 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get to more subscribers. But now that people are here, then I am going to post weekly at most. I'm going to post weekly. And sometimes when I get some inspiration, I'll probably just pop up my camera and record something and post it. But I'm really looking forward to building this community with you guys and growing with all of you guys who are here. And yeah, if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section, and I'll make a Q&A video, follow-up video, answering all of your questions. It can literally be about anything and everything. I am willing to do it just this once. And then after that, we're literally kickstarting this channel into what it is about. It's about conversations about life. Anything that life throws at us, we're gonna sit down and dissect it, and have conversations about it, learn from it, and grow from it. So if you are watching this video and you are not subscribed, please subscribe. You can tell, like, I'm a nice girl, I'm a fun girl, I'm a cool girl. But yeah, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you on the next one.